Well, hi there. We are on to week 15 and day one. What we're going to see again, because this is a chronological study, we are going to see a number of times in which we include Psalms as part of our readings because David himself, and we are in the era of the kingdom, about to come to the throne, was a large uh, uh, progenitor of the Psalms. And so a lot of the Psalms that we have in our scripture were written about him or by him. And that is the case today. So all of our reading today is Psalms, specifically 7, 27, 31, 34, and 52. Now, one of the reasons I personally really like chronological Bible studies is because I'm not a huge fan of poetry as a general rule. There are some exceptions. And so this sort of fills the poetry in between and doesn't leave me with a whole month of reading nothing but Psalms. And yet, Psalms can be very informative. You know, we tend to read Psalms sort of detached from the events about which they were written. And when you think about it, whether it was you at an early age or maybe you are still a poet, a lot of these poems that people write, whether the Psalms of scripture or poetry that we might read today, are in fact tied to human emotions and human experience. And that is certainly the case here. They arise from real life situations and they can speak powerfully to our lives when we read them in light of David's story thus far. So take some time to read through and imagine how David might be feeling at this point in the course of our story as he is being hunted down by Saul, even though he knows that he has been anointed to be the next king of Israel, and the emotions that are tied into that.